Hi, I've just finished editing my my second out in the field video. Still by no means perfect. The headband did improve things. It was better than the hat clip, but yeah, it's a lot better than the first one, I think. But I just thought I'd share it anyway because it'd be quite good for people if they're just same as me, just getting into starting out in a video. You could sort of see how I've improved, and it might help you you might get a few tips and that. But if you don't want to watch the video, I will put on the timeline. I will put the times so you can just skip the video if you want and just go straight to the DxO PhotoLab editing that I do at the end. So anyway, hopefully you like the video. Right, welcome to the latest video. I'm out again practicing me trying to get me points of view wildlife, and getting some wildlife photos. I'm nearly never bothered. It's been raining quite hard, but I looked out the window and thought, yeah, it looks like it's going to brighten up, so I'll give it a go. Not going to be able to practice at home, am I? And I need the practice. So yeah, I'm just going to go up onto an area where hopefully there'll be some roe deer. There's a chance of seeing anything really. I've seen fox up here before. I know there's a badger set. I've never actually seen the badgers up here, but you know, it's worth having a look out. So I've made my first mistake already. Forgot to turn my microphone on, but it's on now. One thing I thought I'd say as well is coming when I'm out doing this sort of wildlife photography, wear gloves. If you can see, I'll just show you. I just have some camo gloves that they're only thin because it's summer. Don't need anything to keep your arms warm. It's just the wildlife is spooked very easy. It's movement, and they will see your white hands moving. So I'd advise you just to always wear some gloves when you're out doing this sort of photography. I'll just have a quick look around here, see. No, nothing around here. But right, I'll switch over onto the head cam. My wife's made me a temporary headband just to try out, make sure it's going to work before I actually invest in the proper DJI one. So I'm going to give it a go tonight and see how it goes. So right, I'll swap you over onto the headband and let's go. Sandy having a wife who's got a sewing machine and knows how to use it. So this is just a small area I'm going to. It's a bit of like limestone pavement, a little crag, very local. I was saying in the last video, everything I do, a lot of it's within 10 minutes of my front door. This is one of the nearest. This is 5-minute drive, so it is handy. Let's just see if we can actually spot anything tonight. It does open up soon. It's not all like this, but yeah, it's a nice place. I think I've just spotted a roe deer already. Just have to get through this gate quietly if I can. Oh no, I hate gates. Right, I'm just going to stand here for a couple of minutes and let it settle down. If there's a roe deer around there, it'll hurt that gate. So I just don't want to spook it too early. Sometimes it's just good to stand and observe. Just stop moving for 5 minutes and just stand still and see if you can see anything moving. Just spotted a deer. Don't know whether it spotted me or not. Just in the distance. Yeah, it's looking at me. I'll get a photo. No, it's carried on eating. I'll just try and get a bit closer. The deer has just come behind some bushes. If you can see something in the distance there, that's not the deer, that's a Highland cow. Who owns the land, it's their cow, he has 3 of them on here. He allows me on this land, so the deer just went behind these bushes here. So I'm going to see if I can get a little bit closer and hopefully get some photos. I've been rumbled. The deer spotted me. Looking right at me. Now it's to decide, what do I do? I think the deer's thinking the same thing. I don't know whether you can see it, it's in the distance there. I can just see it on the, you might make out the shape on the skyline. There he goes, he's gone. Oh, there's another one there. I think there's a roebuck, there's a buck. He's looking at me. See it hid behind there? Amongst the thistles. I'm going to have to knock. Yeah. Shutter speed down as it's getting quite dark. The door's barking, can you hear it? Warning the other deer that I'm about. I don't want to set them too much, I'm not going to go towards them now, I'll just let them decide what they want to do. Sometimes the roebucks actually come towards you and start wanting to see what you're doing, what you're up to. I might just kneel down for a bit, see what happens. Don't know whether you can hear that roe deer barking. I'm just trying to let that roebuck settle down a little bit. I'm not going to get near now though, he knows I'm here. I just stood here for 5 minutes and I'll let that roebuck just sidle off on its way. He knew I was here, but I didn't want to approach it too fast because it'd go running off barking, and I have to try not to upset them too much. It's getting a bit dark now. I'll just move on and I'll see if I can see anything else. I mean, there's a chance of bumping into a fox. I saw a fox a couple of weeks back in this area. I was just stood here and it walked along there, so there's always a chance of seeing a fox, badger even. Like I say, I'm not one for sitting in hides really, and I will do that. I've got kingfisher photos from in a hide, but it wasn't a paid hide, it was my own hide. I found a kingfisher and put the twig in the bank and set my hide up and wait, and it did oblige. They're quite easy to do actually, kingfishers, but I'll put a photo up on the screen now. But this is what I like doing really, this sort of wildlife photography. I haven't really spotted anything else, but this is nice, isn't it? Nice yellow, whatever they are. I'm sure someone will know what they are. I'm no flower expert. What I think I'm going to do, let's just have a look. See what they are sat in that tree. Just some crows. Oh, there's a deer now. See how close you can get to them without seeing them. See it there, looking at me. I'll take some photos. Very low light though. That noise you can hear is me just flicking my teleconverter on and off. So we're down to 200th of a second. ISO 10,000. Can't get closer now, it spotted me. It's going to wander off now, look. Usually have a look back. Oh yeah, we'll get some photos. Oh, there's two. There's another one. Didn't spot that one. So you can get them both in the shot. I should have known really, because I did about 3 weeks ago. They were in this area, so I should have known, but they are so difficult to spot sometimes. So there's still no close encounter, but at least we've seen some wildlife. I think when you do your wildlife this way, you have to work for it. And I think you do appreciate it more. I mean, when I first started out, I went to a couple of falconry dues, you know, learning how to use the camera, and they're very good for that. But when I look at them now, brilliant photos, but they don't mean a lot to me. They don't mean as much to me as anything, something that I catch actually in the wild, that you've worked for yourself, not just rocked up and someone's stuck a peregrine falcon out back of a van and you got some photos of it. It's just, you know, I got photos of a kestrel in the wild, a young kestrel, and it was just, I spent half an hour with it. It wasn't scared of me. I just sat in the grass and it was running up and down catching beetles and worms. And I mean, them photos that I got that day mean far more to me than the ones I got at Silverband. I'll put some of the ones that I got at Silverband, but which is a falconry place. You get some brilliant photos. I suppose people that, if you work full time, you haven't got time to sort of do what I'm doing now. It probably is a good way of learning how to do your photography. Like I say, I did that, but now the only paid hides I go to are the Leighton Moss, really, because I suppose they are paid for, because I'm a member of the RSPB. Look at that view. It's another reason why it's better doing it like this. Coming out at this time of night and just seeing that view. So, right, I'm going to head back the same way I came. I'll turn you back on if I do actually see anything. Another roadie. Just stood in the field, you could probably see that one. Oh, that's quite nice. ISO 800, I'm going to go down 160th of a second. Nice. Here we are back on the vlogging setup, just slowly making it my way back to the car. I've been lucky, I haven't been rained on. I've seen a few roe deer. I think I've got some, well, I've definitely got photos. Don't know if you'll be able to see them actually on the video, they were a bit distant, but yeah, I think I've had more success this time anyway, so I think the headband for the camera is definitely going to be the way to go. So I'll have to get one of them ordered up. I'm definitely going to stick with this. I'm sure sooner or later I'll get some closer wildlife encounters. But as I always say, it's nice to be out of the house and a bit of fresh air. Must admit, in the summer I do like the mornings better. There's not as many bugs around. If you get a nice cool night, there doesn't seem to be as many bugs, but in the night time they're still around. Clegs, I'm one that reacts to them, so it's not nice getting eaten alive by clegs and mosquitoes. But smidge is good. Don't know if you've used that for insect repellent. It's good, but I'm not sponsored by them either. Right, so I'm going to sign off here, and hopefully there'll be a photo to edit on DxO PhotoLab. I think I'll be going for one of the last roe deer shot that looked quite nice, or maybe even the Highland cow. We've got a photo of the Highland cow there that looked quite nice. I might even just do that. I know it's not wildlife, but you know, for the DxO it doesn't really matter what I'm editing, it's just to show you a few techniques and that. So right, let's back to my den, over onto the computer, and let's do some editing. Right, well here I am back in the den, the office. I've just gone through the photos that I took on the shoot that that's on the video, and I've decided I am going to do the last roe deer. I'm going to edit that photo in DxO PhotoLab. Someone had asked me if I could do a full edit instead of using the presets, but it'll take a bit long. It's quite long, this video, so I'm just going to do a quick edit on this one, and I will do a like more in-depth edit on one of the future videos that are a bit shorter. So right, let's go over on the computer and do a bit of editing. Right, here we are in DxO PhotoLab. This is the photo that I decided to edit. It's the last one I got of the night. It's the roe deer. Quite a nice shot. I'll just have a quick look. I think ISO 6400, so not too bad. So as I say, I'm just going to do a quick edit on this one because it's been quite a long video already, so we'll just get into it. So first thing I do with this is we'll do a crop. Something like that. I'm just taking out those dark areas here that were a bit distracting. I'm just taking them dark areas out. What I always say as well, never you do the local adjustments first, because it does slow down the editing if you apply the masks, local adjustments, AI masks and things. It can slow the machine down. So I'd advise going through sort of how they go through on the tabs at the top here. I mean, I don't always use these, I just use these for my demos, but yeah, it's quite a good idea just to go through this way. That being said, I'm just going to have a look at the detail, and I'll just show you. I always have Deep Prime 3 turned on when my images come in, so I'll just show you what the difference that makes. So that's with Deep Prime 3 on, with the noise reduction. With standard, you can see a bit of noise coming in there, and if I turned the noise reduction off altogether, so it's not good, you know, without any noise reduction at all. So this is one of the main reasons I do use DxO PhotoLab, just because the built-in noise reduction's so good. The Deep Prime XT3, you sort of think, why don't I use that? Well, I will if I'm going to print and things, but I think it's a bit of overkill really for when I'm just I mean, it's not the best roe deer photo I've got this, so very unlikely that I'll be printing. It's just more for social media and obviously to put on me it was on my video. So yeah, I just normally I'd just leave it on the Deep Prime 3. So for this one, I'm just going to go, and straight away I'm not looking at is, I always look at what the smart lighting's doing. I have that on 20, but I'll just have a look, see what it's doing. It's just brightening it up a bit, and it is making quite a difference. I'd say around 20 is quite a good starting place for the smart lighting. Now the Clearview Plus, I always look at that too, so let's have a look. That's looking good on the deer, but I don't like what it's doing in the background. It's making this a bit distracting in the background, so I'm going to leave the Clearview Plus off, and I'll just do that on local adjustments later. Now selective tones, I'm going to leave them as well this time. I think I'm just going to do them on the local adjustments. I might just knock the exposure down a little bit, and then we've got just going to go and set the white and the black points on the curves. Just doing all this by eye, so we're not looking so bad now. I think that's probably going to be it for that. I mean, things are already on, like the vignetting, that, you know, that's for the lens and things, so I very rarely I have to touch them. So now I'm going to go to the colour, and it just looks a little bit cool, so I'm just knocking up the colour, the warmth a little bit. and I'm just knocking the magenta down, the tint, and just going more towards the green because we're warming it up. It seemed to take it the other way. So that's looking quite good already. And now I don't need anything. I've already done the crop, and on this don't need to do anything on the distortion or anything. That's already just comes in with the built-in things for the lens. So I've already looked at the noise reduction, which I've on Deep Prime 3, but then I still don't really like this dark area. So the retouch tool's here, but you can just use it anytime. You just go up here and for the retouch tool. I'm just gonna make it a bit bigger. Just that little area there is just a little bit too dark for my liking, so it was just a little bit distracting. So I'm just gonna go and do something just to settle it down a bit. It's looking a bit better. And then one of my favourite things, and nearly all I do this to most of my images, you do need film pack installed to do this, but is my vignette. So I've shown this in nearly every one of my videos. I've shown how I do this. So I'll just do the transition up to 100 so you get a hard, just to see where it's actually affecting the image. Then I'll knock it down, and very rare I go less than -10. So we'll just see what that's doing. Very subtle, but I do like that. Vignette. Now this is where I would go into the local adjustments. I have a preset set, but I will do it. It's going to be quite quick to do, so I will just do it. I'm just going to do a quick mask for the animal, and then a quick mask for the background. Now normally I have that on a preset, so I'm going to work on the background, and I'm just going to, I'll knock the highlights down slightly, and maybe the exposure down just a little bit, and the clear, the micro contrast, I'm going to knock that down. That has an effect of just softening that background a bit, so just sort of giving a bit of a background blur really. So that's not looking too bad now. And then we're going to go into the animal mask and want to do the opposite. I want to sharpen that up a bit, so I'm just going to add a bit of micro contrast, and this is where I might even put a little tiny bit of Clear View Plus to, it just brings a bit of contrast in. Might even just up the mid-tones a bit on the deer, just brighten it up a bit. Maybe even the shadows a little tiny bit. Right, so that's not looking too bad. Now I'm looking at, in the background, could I maybe work, I'll just warm up the deer slightly. Just going to warm that up a bit. It'll just sort of make it pop from that background. Right, back to the background mask. This is where I might go in and do more like, maybe take the mid-tones down slightly, and even go into the HSL on the background. I don't know why it does that. It does that for some reason. It's still highlighting. I am actually working on the background mask there, mask 2. So I don't know why it was highlighting that. Bit of a glitch there, I think, in DxO PhotoLab. I'm used to it now. It's a luminance. I'll take the luminance down of the green slightly, which is just having an effect of darkening that background. I might even try, there is flowers in the background, thistles, so I might even try bringing them out a little bit and just adding a bit of saturation on the purples. And so I don't think we're a million miles away now. I'm going to go back into the colour. I'm off the local adjustments now, and I'm just going to add a bit of saturation because it was very poor lighting when I took the photo. The camera was struggling. I mean, you're at ISO 6400, so that the colours are affected really. So I don't think we're a million miles away now. I think I'm just going to knock that exposure back a little bit now, just a bit too much. So there we go. We've gone from that to that, which is, you know, quite a quick edit. That we'll just show you what the difference is. if I just zoom in, so that is the original image, and that is the edited image. I'll just have a quick look at that edit. It looks like it's showing the noise, actual noise reduction on there, so I might have changed my settings. Normally I don't have it to render, enable. I don't usually have it enable the deep prime because it can slow you down. So I usually work with the deep prime rendering turned off, which is so you can just see a little bit of the noise still, because that's just giving you the standard denoise instead of the deep prime in the preview. I mean, it seemed to work all right then. I was working with it on and it didn't slow down too much. So, but yeah, so we've gone from the left hand side here, which is not, you know, we know it's the raw image, and then we've gone to there, so you can just see why a lot of wildlife photographers now do use DxO PhotoLab. The noise reduction is just I think it's the best you can get, really. So there we go. So we've gone from there to there. So that was just a quick edit, but I am going to try and get back out and film a few more of these out in the field videos, and hopefully it's not all going to be wildlife. A lot of them will be, because that's my main subject, but you know, I do a bit of sport and do some landscape stuff, so I'll try and do a bit of various stuff, but most of it will be wildlife. But I hope you like the new format of the videos, and you can please leave some comments below, and don't forget I do have a discount code. If Steve Miller 15, if you use that discount code for any DxO products, you can get 15% off any new purchases. Right, thanks a lot for watching. Until next time.